Hey guys, what's up? How are you? Hope that you guys are having an amazing one today. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Jarell, and in today's video we are going to be talking about all the products that worked out for me, what I think is worth it, what I think is not so much, and there is a lot of products. So let's go ahead and get into the video. But before we do, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. You can also like and comment down below because that definitely helps out my channel so much. And without further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, so I just wanted to give you fair warning that I do have my toddler right next to me. He's eating his crunchy cereal. So just in case you guys hear a little bit of crunchiness going on and also a little bit of like an iPad playing, that's my son. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into these products right here. Let's go ahead and start with the products that I tried for today's video. First product that I use, which is this right here. This is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Huge Drops, and I do feel like this one right here, which is the Kosas one, it's pretty much the same thing. The only difference, and the huge difference, is really that this has an SPF, and that is the reason why I have been using this a little bit more than this. But do I think it's like an absolutely need? No, by any means. None of these are, unless you're looking for something that is going to give you a little bit of color but not too much, especially if you are like near my skin tone. These ones right here, just I feel like it just gives me a glow. Out of the two, I think that this one right here, which is the closest one, I will recommend a little bit more just because it does have an SPF, comparing it to this one that is just going to give you a really nice glow. Now if you are more on the lighter complexion and you tend to get a little bit more sun during this time of year and you just want something to add to your foundation to again give you that color, then this one is going to work for you. Now the other product that I did use, and I really do like it, especially under foundation, it just gives you such a nice beautiful glow, is this one right here, which is the Forever Glow Star Filter. Oh my goodness, I do have mine in the shade 02. I can definitely pick up the shade in 3 because this one seems to be just a little bit too light for me, but once I apply my foundation, it really is not that much of a difference. I really do like this one. I like the consistency of it. It has a little bit more thickness to it. It gives you a really nice beautiful glow under your foundation. You can definitely use this one on top of your foundation on the highest points of your cheeks, but I really like the formula for this one's right here from the Dior Forever Glow Star Filters. So beautiful. So now moving on to this primer here, which is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Smooth and Blur Primer, and this is what I have been using for the center of my face to really like minimize the pores, to really keep my oils at bay. I do gotta say that if you are oily in combination or you do have an oily T-zone, then this one is definitely going to be for you. But if you are more on the drier side, more normal to drier side, definitely stay away from this one because it is like a heavy duty kind of primer. So I do have a couple of foundations that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Let's go ahead and start with the one that I demoed for you guys, which is the Fenty Beauty Soft Lid Foundation, and this shade is the perfect shade right now for my skin tone. It just blended into the skin so nicely, and this is in the shade 295. Beautiful foundation. I am obsessed with the finish of it. It is not super matte, it's not super glowy, it's right there in the middle. It actually gives you like a filter effect to your skin. I absolutely love this foundation, which is saying a lot because a lot of Fenty Beauty like complexion products just do not work for me, but this one right here and the concealer, I mean, if you guys watch my videos, you guys know that I am obsessed with the Wear Even concealer in the shade 310W. That has not been put down. I am always using it. Actually, I didn't use it today because I have to demo another one, but I am totally missing it for sure because that concealer is absolutely gorgeous and this foundation is absolutely stunning on the skin. I love it so much. So that is a good one. The other foundation that I do really like, especially pair with this right here, which is the Forever Glow. Oh my goodness, this is like the perfect duo. I absolutely love my complexion whenever I pair those two together. And again, this one is the Face Bond Foundation from Urban Decay in the shade 19, which is medium golden olive. Now this is just a little bit too deep for me, but once I blend it down to my neck, it's the perfect shade. I love this. It's not super matte, it's not tiny, you do not feel it on your skin whatsoever. Just like the Fenty one, you do not feel like that heaviness. It is super beautiful, especially if you are oily to combination. So good. The other foundation that I have, which is actually a BB cream, is this one right here from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I have to say that when I first applied this right here, it felt like Vaseline. You definitely feel it, like there is a little bit of heaviness to it, but it wears off. This is definitely going to give you like super light coverage. It's just going to even out your skin, and believe it or not, every single time I wore this, I love my makeup at the end. Like, I did not like the application of this, how I have to use my fingers, because your fingers is going to be your best friends when it comes to applying this right here, this BB cream from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Do I think that it's going to change your makeup game? Absolutely not. And again, just by touching it, it does feel a little bit greasy. So if you do not like that feel, then definitely skip on this one. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, every single time that I actually wore this, I love my makeup. Giving you what I experience is really up to you. So the other tinted moisturizer or tinted foundation that I do have is this one right here, which is from Dolce & Gabbana. And this right here, I really didn't like in the beginning. I have been testing it out and I have been really enjoying it, just because I got a little bit more color doing some gardening, not even like going to the beach, okay? So it does have like a semi-matte finish. As you can see, it is really nice and beautiful, the consistency of it, and it actually gives me a little bit more coverage than the Anastasia Beverly Hills for sure, even though it is a tinted foundation. And you can see how it just blends into the skin so nicely. It's a really nice, beautiful foundation, especially for now that I want something that is going to be a little bit more on the lighter side, not too full coverage. This actually caught me by surprise, because originally I didn't like it, but now that I have been wearing it for a couple of times, I absolutely love. You do have to work it with your hands. That is the best way that I do feel like it goes into the skin so nicely. I just really warm it up with my fingers, and then I go in with a brush just to touch it up. I really like it. I am surprised. I am surprising myself that I'm telling you that I do like it, because when I first tried it, I was like, I don't like this. But yeah, using your fingers, again, it is going to be the best way to apply this right here from Dolce Gabbana. So the only thing that I don't like about this, I mean, the packaging is super cute. It's just that you cannot put it down on the table, because it's not going to stand up. It's just going to fall down. So it is a little bit of an inconvenience. I actually like the fact that it's a squeezy tube, but I need to put the cap before putting it down, because otherwise it's going to be foundation everywhere. But that's just maybe a me problem. But I did want to share that with you, because I don't like that. Alright guys, so I don't know if you guys are going to notice, but I am back. I had to take my sons to get a haircut, and now I am back after giving them dinner, giving my little one a bath, and now he's sleeping. So my audio might be a little bit different, just because I do have this microphone that is really, really close to me, just so I don't have to like speak too loud, since my other microphone is too far. So this one should be okay, but anyways. Right, so the only concealer that I have is this one right here from Kuli, and I am going to be linking everything down below, including the shades and everything. But this concealer is just a little bit too light. It ended up working out for me just fine. I do like the way that it's just super creamy, very hydrating. Sometimes I do feel like if I add too much, it could be a little bit heavy for my under eyes. Like, it will accentuate the texture that I do have in the inner part of my eye. So I do have to be careful on not applying too much, but a little bit goes a long way. Again, really nice, hydrating, very, very beautiful concealer, very long lasting as well, and super creamy, which I do like. This is a Too Faced cream bronzer, and I do have mine in Chocolate Souffle, and I gotta say that I absolutely love the way that it smells. It is so nice, beautiful, very like easy to work with. You can definitely pick it up with a brush, or you can just put it on directly to your skin and blend it out. I really do like the shade for my skin tone, as well as the fact that it's really nice and buildable. Again, very, very nice formula, and I didn't really think that I was going to like this bronzer, cream bronzer, as much as I do, but Too Faced did a really good job with this cream bronzer. So I have this two liquid highlighters from Dior. These are called the Forever Glow Maximizer. I do have it in the shade gold and as well as pink, and I gotta say that I am not regretting picking these ones up whatsoever. Gold is the one that I have on my skin today, the one that I apply. I'm going to show you a little demo of me applying it and how beautiful it actually just melted to the skin. I really like these two right here. Pink, I really, really enjoy. Like, I think that doing a really nice pink tone, cool tone kind of look, and just adding this right on top of your cheekbones, and then adding it with a nice pink highlighter, it is so beautiful, or a pink blush. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love these two right here. They are a win. I know, who needs like liquid highlighters? Nobody really. I mean, you can skip on all of the makeup that I am mentioning to you guys today, but if you wanted to know if they are good, these right here are so good. Let's go ahead and talk about powders. I do have two loose setting powders that I try. Powders, this one right here is the new Makeup Forever, and this is in the shade Corrective Rose, which is in 01. This is the HD Skin Setting Powder, and I do gotta say that it's a really nice, beautiful, like super finely milled setting powder. I do like the tone for my skin as well, but I just don't think that is very long lasting. Like after maybe an hour, or even after me finishing just doing this video and just walking away for 30 minutes, this powder is just not setting the makeup like I like it to be set. So it is really like nice to set your makeup lightly. I think that this powder is going to be a lot better for those with mature skin, a little bit more mature than I am, and also if you have like dry skin, because it's just, again, very like super finely milled. It just sets your makeup really nicely, but it's not super mattifying like I like my powders to be, because again, I do have an oily T-zone, and I do feel like it's just not doing it for me when it comes to like setting my face. Like I need something a little bit stronger, because I need something a little bit stronger. This one, in the other hand, is the opposite of this one right here. Like this is definitely going to set your face if you are oily to combination, if you do have an oily T-zone, if you have oily skin, if you need a powder for it to set your face and for it not to move and for it to last a little bit longer before you start touching up, then this one right here from One Side is amazing. This one is in the shade Ultra Peach, which is the perfect shade for me. It just makes everything nice and smooth. It actually just blurs the pores so nicely, and I have fallen in love with this powder. It is so gorgeous. So if I am not reaching for my Givenchy powder, I'm reaching for this one, and then my Laura Mercier, those three powders non-stop on rotation. And this one, I cannot believe it. That is so good. So I have been missing out. I know that so many people like this powder right here, but they did come out with a new shades. Again, the Ultra Peach is the one that I have been really enjoying. So I'm super happy that I have it and that I tried it and that I'm loving it. So the other powders that I do have in my collection is this one right here, which is the Hourglass powder, and I gotta say that I have been reaching for this one way more than the Natasha Denona. Unfortunately, the Natasha Denona as a powder foundation, I don't think it's the right shade. I just feel like it gave me like a little bit of a gray cast. It's really hard and difficult for me to find my right shade on the Natasha Denona website. I do have to go like physically and try it on my skin in order for me to be able to really know which powder it's for me. But this one right here, which is in the shade MP7, unfortunately it was just not it. It didn't really sit beautiful on the skin, I gotta say, especially after wearing it for like the whole entire day. I think that this powder is going to be like the best for you using a brush, comparing it to the way that I reviewed it, which is using this little tool right here that it has on the bottom of the powder. And I just don't think that using that tool was the best for me. It did feel, and it did look when I was editing the video, a little bit too drying. But after using this powder with a brush, it was like a game changer. So that is the way that I would use it. But I do have to use a concealer and then go in with this powder, and it is definitely going to be like something for a like no makeup kind of days, something that is going to give me a little bit of coverage but not too much, and it's going to keep me and help me with my oils as well. Again, using a brush with this powder I think is the best application, but I do gotta say that the shade is just not the right shade for me. Now this one right here, which is the Hourglass powder, I have been using it with this little tool right here, as you can see. And I love it for touch-ups. I absolutely love this powder. It just sets my whole entire face very nicely. Again, I do have to go in with a stronger powder first, and then I just touch up with this powder. I think that if you set your under eyes with this powder, if you are oily to combination, you're going to be fine if you do not have any dryness under your eyes. But if you do have like dryness or a little bit of too much texture, do not use this powder for your under eyes. I don't think is the best, but for the rest of the face, this powder is absolutely gorgeous. Like, I cannot get over how beautiful this powder is. I know that we can find really good powders at the drugstore, but just in case you guys were interested in buying this one right here from Hourglass, oh my goodness, so good. I love it. Really quickly, we do have two bronzers. Let me go ahead and start with this one right here, which is the Armani Beauty bronzer. I absolutely love it. This one is in the shade 110. I think that is the most beautiful glowy bronzer, but it does not add any shimmer to your skin whatsoever, because I don't think that I actually mentioned that. So it does have like a little specks of shimmer on the bronzer, but it's just luminous and it does not show up on your skin. So you're not going to have like those like shimmer particles on your cheeks whatsoever. It is really nice, beautiful, blendable. A little bit goes a long way. This shade in particular is just really nice and bronzy for me, and that is what I like in my bronzer. So this shade is just so good, and I have been really enjoying this one. It did break because I dropped it, and unfortunately it broke, so it doesn't close all the way like that. I'm not mad at it. It's okay. It happens. And you know, it is what it is, but it's still working. The product inside did not break. And again, I just love it. So the next bronzer that I do have is this one right here, which is from Dolce Gabbana. And this is in the shade 03 medium. Again, the tone, it's very, very similar to the one from Armani Beauty. Here we have both of them. This one is from Dolce & Gabbana and this one is from Armani Beauty. You can see Armani does have a little bit more of a luminosity to it, but it doesn't have, again, any glitter. This one right here, it's a little bit more on the matte side. It feels absolutely like creamy to the touch. Very, very beautiful. I love using my Sigma F40 brush to apply the bronzers, like I do pretty much with all of my bronzers. I love that brush so much. And again, this bronzer is just very nice. That is what I have on my skin today. Very beautiful, easy to blend, easy to build up. Just gorgeous. I also forgot to mention, but I do have this powder right here from Dolce & Gabbana. This is the Skin Perfector, and I don't think that this was worth my money, just because I don't feel like it does like a huge job on like blurring the pores like it's claiming to do. I think that this powder is more of a finishing powder, but for disguising the pores, I don't think that is a good one. The packaging, absolutely gorgeous. If you want to be fancy, then yes, but you really are just paying for the packaging, because again, the powder, I just don't think that it's a good one, not even to touch up, just because again, I do feel like it has like a luminosity to it, and that is just not going to like minimize anything. I'm just saying. But let's go ahead and talk about the blushes from Dolce & Gabbana. Wow, this one is the one that I have been reaching for non-stop. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is a matte blush. Again, it does have that creamy formula to it. It is so beautiful. You can definitely use this ones on the eyes as well. But look at the pigmentation. Look how beautiful this color is. Very, very pigmented. Very, very nice to work with on the cheeks. It definitely shows up. I feel like my blush is not showing up right now, so let's go add a little bit more so you guys can see it. Look how beautiful that is. Love, love, love these blushes right here. It just looks so nice on the skin. A little bit goes a long way. They're super easy to blend and to build up. Love the packaging. I mean, look at this packaging, so luxurious, really nice and weighty as well. So love, love, love this one. I haven't used this one right here just because the color, it's a little bit too deep, so I am looking forward to using this one, but I know that it's going to be like the same formula, so I know that I'm going to enjoy it as well. So if you guys want to see swatches and like try on for those blushes, I do have a video dedicated for all the products that I try from Dolce & Gabbana. You guys can go ahead and check it out. I will try to remember to link it down below as well. But yeah, so I do have more blushes to talk about, so let's go ahead and just finish with those. I do have these ones right here from Haus Labs. They changed their packaging. I don't think that they changed the formula. The formula is still the same, but these ones right here are the ones that I have been using. This one is in the shade of Fire Moon, and this one right here is in the shade of French Rosé. Now, they did come out with cream blushes that I do have to test out. I have not tested them out yet, but this powder blushes, so beautiful. I absolutely love Haus Labs formula for blushes, bronzers. I mean, they are just so nice. This one again is in French Rosette right there. you can see what I really like. These like terracotta orangey kind of shades are my favorite. And this one right here, it's a little bit more on the brownie side. This one is in the shade Fire Moon. Again, very nice and bronzy kind of shade for this time of year with a little bit of rosiness in there. Really nice and beautiful. All right guys, so we do have more blushes, of course, and here we have the Dior blushes. They came out with new shades, and out of the three, I mean, I did end up picking up all of the shades, did a whole entire dedicated video on them, tried them on the skin, gave you hand swatches as well. But this one right here, which is in the shade Pink Lilac, unfortunately, it just did not work out for me. It's just a little bit too much of a cool tone, lilac-y kind of purpley shade. It just doesn't flatter my skin. I can always make it work, and I just, you know, can deal with it. But out of the three, that one is just not my favorite. This one right here is in the shade Poppy Coral. If you want something super bright for summertime, this is the shade to go to. I am actually going to keep this one in my everyday drawer, as well as this one right here, which is one of my favorite out of the three. This one is in the shade of Bronze Glow. Beautiful, and applied to the skin, it gives you a really nice, beautiful glow. Now, they are not super pigmented, so you do have to work a little bit extra hard to get a little bit of pigment on your cheeks. But once you do, it is so nice. It does have like a really nice, beautiful bronzy tone to it. So gorgeous on the skin, especially for, again, this time of year. Summer times is the best. So I'm going to keep these two for my everyday drawer. So this is the last blush that I have to talk about for this video. This is in the shade of Torrid. Nars reformulated the whole entire blush line, which is insane, but I do really like this color right here. Super nice and beautiful. Very, very close to one of the shades that I do have from House Labs. It's not an exact dupe, but on the skin is very, very, very similar, which is this one right here in the shade French Rosette. So if you already have French Rosette, maybe, you know, you don't have to pick up this one from Nars. The formula in the Nars one is a little bit more glowy compared it to the one from House Labs, that is a little bit more on the matte side. So it really depends on you, on what you are looking for, but I really do like this ones right here. Definitely like to pick up more blushes from Nars, but let's be honest. I mean, I have so many blushes. There is no excuse that I can make at all to pick up more blushes. I just really wanted to test out the formula. That is why I picked up one of my favorite shades that I can see myself using over and over again. Again, Torrid. It is so beautiful, orangey, bronzy, just perfect for spring and summer. And I love the formula. So nice. So I have these two highlighters and also the golden highlighter trio from Natasha Denona. Unfortunately, mine broke. They already sent me a replacement, but I'm just going to use this one right here because this is the one that I have been using. I can only talk about this shade right here. The formula is so nice and creamy. Like, you cannot see it on the cheeks, like when I'm looking straight, but then you turn and it's just so nice and glowy, really melts into your skin. It's just so nice. I really do like the formula. I just don't like it that we are not going to be able to use all of these three shades. I just don't think that is worth it, but formula wise is amazing. This one right here, maybe it's just a shade. Also another highlighter from Natasha Denona. These are the ones that she came out with first, and I do like it. It's very nice, beautiful. It's just a shade that is not my favorite. Like, I just feel like it's a little bit too much of a cool tone gold for me. So I'm going to have to check out the other shades that she does have in her line, because this formula right here is absolutely beautiful. The packaging is so nice, like so thin, so luxe, a little weight to it. Very, very beautiful. It's just a shade that I'm just not in love with. Maybe if I blend it out, it can work out. I just feel like this shade is just not very flattering on me, and I can definitely see it, so I don't like that at all. This I like. This tone I absolutely love. The formula, it's a little bit creamier with this one right here, but you can see the difference. This one, it has a little bit more of a cooler undertone, and this one is a little bit more like bronzy, totally my style for sure. But the formula for this one, it doesn't feel like it's as like thin and melting like this one. This one just melts on your finger. This one you do have to put in a little work. It is really nice as well, but they are not the same formula. But this tone though, okay, I need this in a single. I'm gonna have to check her other highlighters. Anyways, let me now remove the swatches because I do have another highlighter, and it is from Fenty Beauty. This one is called the Prosecco Highlighter 02, and it is called the Demi Glow. This is how it looks. See, this tone right here does feel like it's definitely more my vibe, but I do feel like it has a little bit more powder to it, not so much like creaminess like these two right here from Natasha Denona. So I do feel like it sits on the skin a little bit more than just melting into the skin like the Natasha Denonas do. It is a nice tone. I do still feel like this is just a little bit too light. Out of the three, this one right here is definitely my favorite. The one in the middle from the golden highlighter trio. So let's go ahead and now move on to the eyes. We do have the Natasha Denona golden palette, and I do gotta say that this palette right here, I have used it enough to know that it is definitely going to be my most used, especially during this time of year. I absolutely love the looks that you can create, very nice and easy, nothing too crazy, nothing too difficult to understand. You do have this shade right here just to darken and to give you a little bit more definition. It is very like easy monochromatic kind of palette, very bronzy, and you can definitely use this palette during the summertime as well during fall season, which is really nice. I absolutely love every single shade that I have used, and the formula, again, it's really nice. It's Natasha Denona, but if you do have the gold palette, then of course there's no need for you to pick up this one right here, which is again the golden palette quad from YSL. This is the contour mini clutch in 100, and these shades right here are super boring, very cool tone, but my goodness, it gives you the most beautiful looks. And you can definitely just, you know, use the matte shades. You don't have to use all four shades. You don't have to use this glitter shade all the time, which is a really nice, beautiful like topper. So gorgeous. It gives you so much sparkle, but it's just so like delicate at the same time, very sophisticated, very like beautiful twinkly eyes. It is so nice. I absolutely love the packaging. It is so beautiful, stunning, absolutely gorgeous. I mean, all the words, all the positive words for this little clutch right here. Is it worth its price? I think it's $68. Of course not. Nothing is. I actually wanted to recreate a look using this palette for my sister. I did her makeup. I could not find this little palette, this little quad anywhere, so I end up using the Makeup by Mario palette, Ethereal palette, and it gave me pretty much the same vibe. You do not have to pay $68 for a quad, but I am not mad at this at all. So I don't have any more quads or palettes, but I do have this single eyeshadow, which is also from Kuli, and this is a very nice, beautiful, like putty, creamy tone. It is so stunning. I thought that it was going to give me a little bit more like glimmer, like a little bit more sparkle to it, but it is very, very subtle. It gives you a really nice shine though to your eyelids. And it is very subtle, very nice, very everyday, like one and done kind of cream shadow. I love. It is super easy to use, very nice and blendable, buildable. It really stays in place, like it's already set. It's not going to go anywhere, and that sparkle that it gives you, it is absolutely beautiful. I also have this little mascara right here, which is the mascara that I do have, that I have been using nonstop. This is the YSL Lash Clash mascara. I know that it's not new, but I got a little sample. This is the first time that I was trying it, testing it out, and oh my goodness, I definitely have to get like the full size because this is absolutely beautiful. It gives me the volume, it gives me the length. It is perfect. I just wish that I didn't have to pay so much money. So let me know in the comment section down below which is your favorite mascara that is similar to this right here, so I can check it out, especially if you can find it at the drugstore. Let me know, but I think I might just have to purchase the full size. Maybe, I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I just can't. Not for mascara. Speaking of mascaras, I did try this ones right here, which are the colorful new mascaras from Benefit Cosmetics. I really do like the color. They are very nice and pigmented. You can definitely see it. But the formula, I just feel like I cannot use it on my top lashes just because it gives me length. But I do feel like that is all that it's giving me, just length, not volume. It doesn't feel like it's giving me fullness, so it's just giving me length. And for that and that alone, I don't think that I can use this one just by itself. I will have to combine it with a different mascara. But if you're looking for something that gives you length because you already have a lot of volume, then maybe this one definitely could be something that you might want to check out. This one, on the other hand, this is the Lash Splash Cleantopia mascara from CoverGirl, and this one, it is so beautiful. It does give me length, it does give me volume. I do have to recurve my lashes, but what I really like about this one is the color. This one right here is like a midnight black, so it does have like a little bit of a blue undertone to it, and you cannot really like pick it up right away, but when you start building up, you can actually see a little bit of the blue. And with my brown eyes, this one was definitely a win. I have to remember to continue on using it because I really like this one. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and just finish it up with some lip products that are new to me. Like this one right here. This is the Makeup Forever in the shade Endless Cacao. Oh my goodness, I have been missing out. It is so good for my skin tone. It is absolutely beautiful. That is what I have on my lips. I also have this Makeup by Mario lipsticks right here, the formula. Oh my goodness, that is what I have on my lips right now. I have been using the shade in a Flat Iron a lot more than any other shade, just because the other two shades are just not my vibe. But this one right here in Flat Iron, which is a little bit more of a nudie peachy pink tone, it is so beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. That is what I have on my lips. I did top it off with this one right here, which is the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. And this one is in the shade Vanilla Beige. Really nice formula, but that is not new here. I absolutely have been enjoying those. I do gotta say that it's just leaning a little bit more on the pinky side. And yeah, I do like those tones, but they're not my favorite. They're not my favorite. Like this one right here has a little bit more of a mauve tone rosiness to it, and I just do not reach for these type of shades. And this one is in the shade Melita, I think it is. And this one right here, it's again a little bit too deep for me. And this one is in the shade of Brooklyn Baby, and again, it's just a little bit too pinky, too mauve, too... Yeah, this one does have a little bit more of a cool tone. I like this one a little bit better than the one in the center, but this ones right here are just more my speed. I absolutely love a nudie lip. That is just my vibe. But I don't know, I wish that he had a little bit more of like beigey, nudie kind of shades, like more brownie instead of so pinky. But hopefully, you know, he gives us more shade in the future. Formula wise though, it is absolutely beautiful, pigmented, very comfortable on the lips, long lasting, very, very nice. Like, I cannot explain it. It feels like a little pillow, and it just does not emphasize any of your lines. It is just so nice. I absolutely love the formula. I just need more shades, more brownie shades. Okay, this one's right here from Charlotte Tilbury. This ones are the Pillow Talk Big Lip Plum Gasm. I wasted my money. I literally wasted my money. These ones right here are just too spicy for me, and I do not feel like it gives me enough plump. I do have both of the shades. Do like the applicator. The shades are nice. It gives you really nice glossy lips, but the formula is just way too strong, spicy, like the plumping effect that hurts, and I'm just not about that life whatsoever. Here are both of the shades. This one is the light version of it, and this one is for deeper skin tones or medium to deep, and this one is from fair to medium or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I can even feel it in my hands right now, like burning. Okay, they are burning. I cannot be in pain. Makeup is supposed to be fun, not painful. And for that and that alone, I just feel like I just wasted my money. I think that one of my sisters will actually appreciate this one's a little bit more, just because she likes that sensation. She likes that plumpiness. So I'm gonna have to ask her if she wants to try it and see if she wants to take it home, because I do feel super bad that it's just not going to be used, because I won't use them. I won't. Absolutely will not. This, on the other hand, this one is the Golden Glimmer Gloss. It does have also a plumping effect. It does feel like it's tingling, but it does not hurt whatsoever. And I love this gloss right here. Let me go ahead and just try it on one more time. Oh my gosh, yes. The scent of it, the way that it feels, is so nice and glossy. Again, it does feel like it's doing something to your lips. They do feel really nice, like plump, but it just does not hurt. This one is from Natasha Denona from the Golden Collection, and I absolutely love it. Love it. This one is a yes for me. Okay, you definitely feel the tingle, okay? You definitely feel the tingle, but it goes away. It does not hurt. It doesn't hurt me. Now, if you are super sensitive, definitely stay away from any kind of plumping. But this one right here is really, really nice. I do like it. So this is the YSL Love Shine Lip Oil, and this is so beautiful. It does give you a little bit of color, and it feels really nice and comfortable. It does give you so much shine to your lips as well. I love this one. I wish, again, that it has a little bit more of like brownie tones for my type of style. This is in the shade of Rosewood, and it does have a little bit more pinkiness to it. I was just checking it on Sephora, and again, the shades are just not my favorite. I wish, again, that it had a little bit more of like a brownie undertone to them, not so much rosiness and peachiness, but these ones are absolutely gorgeous. I did try this one right here. This is the Benefit Splash Tint Moisturizing Dewy Lip Tint, and I do have mine in the shade Heat Wave. Easy applicator, which I like that. You can definitely build it up, and it does give you a really nice tint to your lips. It does have a little bit of a glow to it, but once that wears off, it just leaves you a really nice tint to your lips. This shade right here is a perfect for summertime. I love it so much. I mean, it's so beautiful. Let me go ahead and just remove it. All you have left is just a tint, and you can see how pigmented they are right away. Super nice, beautiful tone. I love this shade in particular, just because you can do like a no makeup kind of look, you know, add a little bit of mascara and just pop this to your lips to dress it up just a little bit more. That is perfect. And the last product that I have is this one right here, which is a Dior lip oil. I have never tried any lip products from Dior, and I wanted to really give it a go. This is so beautiful, very luxury lip oil. I mean, do you need it? Absolutely not. There's so many lip oils that you can use from the drugstore, and they are very nice, but this one is just so thick, so long lasting, very moisturizing to the lips. It gives you a really nice, beautiful shine, and is Dior, so the packaging is just a little extra special. And yeah, no regrets here. I wanted to try it, and I'm so happy that I was able to do so. That is it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your love, your time, and support. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, and I will see you next time. Bye.